Happy Valentine's Day, ladies. Woo! That's what I'm talking about, you know? This is Valentine's Day special Frankie Russo show. So before we kick to the calls, because I'm kicking to the calls pretty quickly, I got a little post from my boy Alan Bempin. He's from Queens by way of Brooklyn. He's got a post here with White Castle Valentine's Day reservations 908-753-0822. He says, all I want to see is two things. The first thing, the dude who takes his sweetheart to White Castle on Valentine's Day. And the second thing, the chick who lets her sweetie live after being taken to White Castle on Valentine's Day. That's what I'm talking about. 800-848-9222. We're going to kick to some calls. Let's go to Johnny in Jersey City. Johnny in Jersey City. What's poppin'? You're on the Frankie Russo show, kid.
Hi, Frankie. Hi, Frankie.
What's going on, kid?
James Comey, the FBI director, made some comments. Now, I want to know, what is the agency that patrols or prevents corruption among the federal agencies? We have a Office of Inspector General.
Well, we have the oversight committees in the Congress, too. They oversight corruption. Is that the right way to say it? They oversight corruption.
The Office of Inspector General never makes any statements.
I don't know.
There is corruption.
So you're talking about with the FBI. I think I read that vaguely. So what are we saying over here?
Somebody has to do a job, and the FBI is irrelevant because the Office of Inspector General is the only thing to prevent corruption by federal agencies.
I don't understand. I mean, you know, the FBI is the FBI, right? The CIA is the CIA, right?
The corruption is in the government.
Well, we know there's a lot of corruption in the government, kid, right? Let's be real now, right?
So
I mean, let's be honest, Johnny. I know, Johnny, there's a lot of corruption, and it starts in the executive branch. You know, a governor out in what recently resigned. Didn't the governor recently resign?
Listen,
there's a lot of corruption in government. I mean, I don't know. You know, you want to be semantical. It's the inspector general isn't doing his job or whatever. I mean, you know, there's a lot of corruption in government. That's the reason why we talk every Friday night at 1 o'clock in the morning, too, right?
The inspector general is a black guy. He's
Johnny, I'm gonna leave you,
people.
kid. This is Valentine's Day. We're not going nowhere with this discussion. Okay? Sorry. 800-848-9222. You know, I try to do the right thing. I give the guy a chance. You know, I try to do the right thing. We're gonna go to Richie in Sheepshead Bay. Richie, what's poppin', Richie?
Yeah, hi, Frankie. How you doing? You know, I just want to make a quick comment. It used to be St. Valentine's Day, but now everything is shortened. It was named after that saint there, and now that's all you hear is Valentine's Day. It just disturbs me a bit. I don't know how.
I don't know. I think, you know, I don't know.
Anyway, let me get time is short here. You know, I talk about democracy a lot.
Yeah, the democracy guy with the republic. Okay, what are you going to bring to the table tonight?
Listen, I just want to give an illustration. A number of years ago, certain states, basically the western states, decided to initiate democratic reforms, giving the people democracy in substance rather just in form. And that was called, a number of states, California, Oregon, Arizona, Colorado, and that was called the initiative and the referendum. The initiative is where people can bring laws up to vote on, and the referendum is they vote for them or against them. Now, the Colorado, the marijuana, that was not voted by politicians. That was voted by the people. The people themselves voted on that law. By the same token,
so the states do have referendums, correct?
Yeah, that's it. The states do have a good deal of sovereignty in the political entities.
So why don't we have? I mean,
because that's at the federal level. We need a constitutional amendment for that. Now,
yeah, but we could do, like, for example, not to cut you off, Richie, because I want to move forward.
Okay.
But the voting issue, right? The voter ID issue.
Yeah.
There are 30 states that have enacted a reform on the voter ID requirements.
Yes.
So why can't in New York?
That's a good point, because New York did not initiate these reforms that basically a number of Western states have. New York does not have the referendum. They do not have the initiative. They do not have term limits for governors. They only have corruption. That's a good point. New York State has not done anything to bring about democratic
Because, quite frankly,
reform.
Richie, those bills that are passed in these other states, like Virginia,
Yeah.
are bipartisan bills. So the Democrats are supporting the bills as well as the Republicans to reform the voter ID requirements.
Right, but that's through the representative.
Right. So, I mean, these are the kind of things we should be able to do these things here in New York.
But if you want the democracy in action, even in a token form, you ought to bring about your passion and bring about some effort to have the referendum and initiative in this state as other states have it. Then the people themselves, not politicians, will vote on these things.
Richie, thank you so much for the call. Great point.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. 800-848-9222. Just so everybody knows, I have an announcement to make. I was going to make it a little sooner. I was waiting for some of my boys to come on. I wanted to bring it out. It's all over Facebook, Twitter. Frankie Russo Show. We just launched a crowdfunding campaign to expand the Frankie Russo Show. We're going to raise $100,000 in 60 days. That's right. And it's all because of you all that we're going to do this. Well, Frankie Russo, I don't have the funding. Share it. Frankie Russo, I got somebody. I got a chick. I got a dude. They're flush. They want to help us expand the Frankie Russo Show to more than 1 hour, multiple days during the week. Share it. You know something? Here's my pledge. 60 days, we raise the dough. I'm going to buy the airtime at WABC, 77 WABC. That's what I'm going to do. That's coming for Frankie Russo, because this is your show. Everyday people, 77 WABC, Frankie Russo Show. Because if it wasn't for the everyday people over here, this Frankie Russo Show wouldn't exist. 800-848-9222. You got to go to Facebook.com/Frankie Russo Show and click on those buttons, okay? So we're going to go to Matt in Westchester. What's poppin', Matt?
Frank, how are you?
Working hard, kid. We're going to make it happen over here.
The Russo Nation continues.
Exactly. RussoNation.tv. You got to go there.
Every week I listen to you. I come home late. I put you on. You're a good American.
We do our best over here. You know, there's a lot of moving parts. We got the president. He's calling for authorization. I think, honestly, for ISIS, this dude is he's doing what most presidents do that have political trouble. They start wars. They make wars. And look what he's doing. That commercial with the faces and all that, this is a president that's losing control, quite frankly.
Well,
the truth be told, that's my take on it. What do you think?
All right. Well, I'm not going to do ISIS this week. I want you to talk about...
Okay, let me hear. This is Valentine's Day, too.
College. Let's give everybody free community college. Now, explain to me, from the Russo Nation,
right,
the community college, how is that going to be beneficial? Who are the people?
That's a great question. Who's going to pay for it, right?
Well, and I've got no problem with that, because my son goes to community college.
That's a beautiful thing. I don't blame you. It's a very cost effective, and you get your bang for your buck. Absolutely.
Right, but this whole let's give free community college. Who's going to pay for that? Who are the people that the majority are going to go there? And it doesn't make any sense. That it's just kind of perplexing to me.
Absolutely. I mean, I agree with you. Understandable. You know, it seems to me it's another progressive, you know, throw a bone to the people, give them free education. I'm doing this for you type of thing. It's all part of their game of getting more people in this progressive big government power grab. And quite frankly, you know, it's to me, I got no problem if it's done the right way. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we'd have to evaluate it. But I'm so done with this progressive power grab government. I don't believe anything they tell me anyway. What do you think of that?
Can you explain to people, because I have what I define as progressive, like explain to people, because, you know, John Batchelor on before.
Well, I mean, honestly, just look at the $18 trillion in the debt we have in the Treasury Department, right? $18 trillion. Since Obama's taken over 6 years ago, he inherited a deficit from the prior administration, and it's grown to astronomical amounts of money. Now, according to Alan Keyes, and thank you so much for the call, by the way, because I got to move forward.
You got it, brother.
Thank you so much. 800-848-9222. According to Alan Keyes, at the time Obama took over, we had a bankrupt government bailing out a bankrupt banking system. So, you know, it is what it is, and we're going to move forward because we're pressed for time. This is the Frankie Russo Show Valentine Day special show, 800-848-9222. We're going to go to Paulie in New Jersey. Paulie, what's poppin', Paulie?
Yes, Frankie.
What's up, kid?
Can you hear me?
Absolutely.
Oh, Frankie, listen, I just wanted to call. I'm just a retired shop teacher, and I just wanted to call and congratulate you on your show and your success. You are the most unusual and real person that has been given an opportunity to do this kind of show. You are a complete departure from the normal talk radio shows, and I listen to WABC all day. You know, and I just wanted to congratulate you, and if there was anything I could ever do to help promote your success and cause, I would be
Well,
so
Paulie, it's a
willing.
great question. I really appreciate this. We just started. We launched February 13th, the campaign, crowdfunding campaign, Facebook.com/Frankie Russo Show. You see the post. You can click on it. If you can't contribute, no problem. Share it. And, you know, we're going to make it happen because we're going to expand this show. We only go on 1 hour a week.
Yes, but there's such a chance you've been given, and it's such an unusual format, and you are a dynamic personality that is just, you know, it's just very, very different, and yet there's something extremely attractive about your form of entertainment. I just have to say that.
Thank you so much, Paul. I really appreciate it. You know, we try hard over here. You know, it's a labor of love. Love this show. I love talking to people. You know, it's everyday people trying to make this craziness in this world make sense. You know, we have all this violence going on, unfortunately, and you know we're all looking at it. It's in the Middle East, and quite frankly, I believe it's over here. And then we have this thing wrapped around going on, this economy, which I believe is very tenuous.
Yes.
And we have to watch this thing. You know, I don't believe in the Jonathan Gruber model where, you know, lack of transparency is the stupidity of the American people. Right. I believe we're just a distracted people. That's what we are. And unfortunately, until, you know, I've been talking about this since Labor Day with all the manipulations in the stock market and the fudging of the numbers with the unemployment rates and all these different things going down, that eventually this thing's going to implode and we're going to get hit on this.
Yeah.
So, Paulie, thank you so much for the call. I want to move to some other callers.
Yeah,
I really appreciate it.
And I want to wish you all the best because you touch people in a way that none of the other talk show hosts do.
Well, thank you so much, Paul. Yeah. Thank you. I really appreciate it. We're going to try over here. We're going to look to expand the show, and I pledge that. The money we raise in 60 days, I'm going to buy more airtime. I'm going to put the checks, the front and back of the check that I give to 77 WABC, I'm going to put it online to show you what I'm going to do with the money. I'm going to buy more airtime, and we're going to expand this show. 800-848-9222. Tommy from Staten Island. What's poppin', Tommy?
America, break open the saddlebags. Frankie, You don't get that line?
Who said that?
Break open the saddlebags. That's where they used to carry the money in the old West, in the saddlebags.
Nice. So what's going on? Yo,
Anyway,
Tommy from Staten Island, is that your name for this week?
Oh, come on, Frank. You're getting on my case, man. Listen, Frank, first of all...
Come on, man. It's 1:23 in the morning.
You got a magnetic personality, Listen, before I get to the topic here, get a St. Bernard. Talk radio listeners.
I got a little Westie. Westie.
Frank, bring a St. Bernard into the studio and put.
I don't know if they'll let me bring him in over here. I'm not sure. You know.
A St. Bernard, Frank. If he can't pull you out of a snow mountain, he'll sit there with you.
Oh yeah.
He'll sit there with you till the rescue team comes. If he can't pull you out. Now listen, Frank.
Yo.
We saw what happened. What Obama wants to do with the earned tax credit for the illegal aliens in this country.
Craziness.
I want to notify the people they're already doing it. They're using stolen Social Security numbers, and they're getting thousands of dollars back from the IRS. That's the first thing. Now, the guy who had the car accident with the CBS correspondent, Mr. Simon, the guy was from Afghanistan. We'll let people know that right after 9/11, I was brought to the JFK airport 2 months later by a friend of mine that said, "Yo, I want you to see this." The only planes coming in, remember when no one would fly?
Right.
The only planes were coming in were refugees. Thousands of them were coming in from Afghanistan, and they were putting the prayer mats in the corners of the international terminal there. And the custom guys going, "We don't even know who these people are. They just let them in here." And refugee status gets you the whole smorgasbord of all the free things from the American taxpayer. I also want to bring up to the American people, 250,000 they claim jobs were created. Folks, inside America,
part-time jobs.
A majority of those jobs went to people who are not American citizens.
That's right.
They're foreigners. So if you don't do anything about the borders, talking about budgets and getting the budget smaller is not going to happen, Frank. America, break open the saddlebags. Frank, you get yourself a St. Bernard. You're ready to
Thank you so much for the call. 800-848-9222. Who's this? Is this Tommy from the Bronx? Is this the Tommy that gave me a hard time last week? Is this Tommy from the... Who's this?
You want the Tommy from Staten Island.
Oh, Tommy from Staten Island. Tommy from Staten Island.
Yeah, what... hey, Frank, what happened was...
I get confused. I'm sorry. I'm a little shingada tonight.
No, it's okay. No, I think the two of us, we're on the phone at the same time.
I'm telling you, brother. So what's going on, kid?
Anyway, all I want to say is, how come we haven't heard a word from Hillary?
I know, right?
In a long time.
Right.
I mean, this woman's been in hiding for a long time.
They're saying that she's hanging out. She's trying to, you know, she's going to wait and she's going to spring on the people.
Yeah.
So,
but not a word on any topic. One
hey,
way
listen,
or another.
you know, I'm concerned. I don't know. I like Scott Walker. I don't know if he's got the popularity to beat Hillary Clinton. I'm not sure. I like him. I think he'd be. I was hoping for someone a little more experienced, but you know, anybody but Hillary Clinton and Elizabeth Warren. Ladies, I got no problem with a woman being president, but not Elizabeth. What's her face? Elizabeth Warren or Hillary Clinton. They are just. It's more bomber policies. No.
I know exactly. I agree. One last thing I want to say. These $50 million lawsuits against New York City.
It's crazy.
Especially against the cops.
It's crazy.
Are outrageous.
Outrageous. We live in, unfortunately, a litigious, if I can use this word, a litigious society.
Yeah.
Suing everybody and everything that crawls.
Exactly.
You know, I get situations that are, you know, there are people that act and do act in a malfeasance way and malpractice way. I get that, and you do what you got to do. But every little thing, I think it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you for the call. God bless you. 800-848-9222. We're going to go to Rick in Yonkers. What's poppin', Rick? You there, Rick?
How you doing, Frank?
What's up, my brother? Who's this?
This is Rick from Yonkers.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Beautiful.
You know,
you're the guy. Are you the guy with the Cocalivio?
The who?
Cocalivio 123.
Ringo Livio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
how you doing, man? I haven't heard from you in a while. What's going on, kid?
Well, I'm afraid to call you now because sometimes you hang up on me.
I never hang up on you. I listen to you, kid. I know.
You sound like a cool guy. I bet we have a beer together.
Absolutely, my brother.
I'm serious.
You know, listen, man. This is a good thing, you know. You call him Frankie Russo.
And I really like you. I mean,
Thank you, my brother.
You should
You know,
be right after. You should be on right after Mike Savage.
that would be awesome. I would love that. Hey,
Oh,
you know,
but I love that too.
the powers that the TPTB, the powers that be at WABC. It's their call, you know.
That's true. That's true. I can't do nothing about that. But
So we're gonna do our crowdfunding, and we're gonna raise the dough.
yeah, you want to ask you?
Sure.
Why are they showing 50 Shades of Grey like it's the greatest movie since Swiss cheese? And it's the dirtiest movie I think you could ever watch.
I guess because that's why people watch it, right?
Yeah, but it makes me think people are losing their minds.
I know, right? Hey,
I mean,
listen, you know,
My wife,
people are
my
so.
wife,
You know something? People have no faith in the future.
no more
Unfortunately,
moral.
our future. People are not really feeling good about the future of this country. Unfortunately,
well, I don't feel good about
right?
it.
So people are looking for ways out, escape. You know,
Yeah.
that's why I notice a
that's
lot of the
true.
posts, entertainment, movies,
That's a good point.
theater, all these different things.
Yeah.
You know, video games.
Well, I
Be
love my
distracted.
movies.
We don't want to deal with this mess. We don't want to deal with this mess.
It is a mess.
Problem,
This country is a mess.
right?
This
And hey,
country's-
listen, it's
Yeah.
an unfortunate mess, but somebody's got to deal with it, and we got to deal with it. The American people,
I
correct?
can hardly wait till my Met games go back on.
Yeah, I know. I love baseball. Hey, the
you're
Mets,
a
they're
Yankee
saying the
fan,
Mets are
right?
looking good, you know?
Who?
The Mets got some pitching.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
You think Matt Harvey's going to come back in
I
to the
think he's
form
gonna
or
have a
what? What
great
do you
year.
think?
A great year.
You think so, huh?
Great year. He's going to blow everybody away.
You know what they're saying? I think the Yankees, I'm a big Yankee fan. I'm not going to front.
I
Tom
don't blame
Seaver, any team that trades Tom Seaver, I got a problem with.
you. I did too. I did too. I got to admit it.
But I'm a big Yankee fan. Yankee pitching, look out, we're coming. Hey, my brother, thank you for the call.
You're a good man.
God bless
All
you.
right?
Thank you.
All right, God bless you, too.
800-848-9222. I think it's Bubba time. We're going to cut to Bubba.
Frankie?
What's up, my brother?
Frankie. Happy St. Valentine's Day there, Frankie.
Yeah, I know you ready to go with that. I know you are, son.
You know, I have to take it easy because I have to make my rounds tomorrow.
You take it easy, you?
You know, I have to devote at least like 2 hours to many different people. I have to just basically get in and get out, if you know what I mean.
Hey, listen, you going to help me with the crowdfunding or what?
Oh, so now you need my donors. You were chastising me last week about the a certain billionaire guy that was that you said I was flying with. So you're trying to say you would like my donor list now, Frankie?
Hey, listen. Your donor list, as long as they're good people. I don't want no fugazis. You know, I don't want none of these guys, the billionaires, you're hanging out with kids and all this stuff. As long as they're straight shooters like Frankie Russo, we're good.
Okay.
I'm looking to raise $100,000 in 60 days. It's for the people, you know?
I'll make some calls for you, Frankie.
You promise?
I promise.
Yeah, everybody says that. We'll see. Frankie Russo's going to make
I'm a
it happen, though.
politician.
But for the grace of God. So what do you got? What else is going on,
I'm
kid?
just saying, Frankie, I'm a politician. You could take that to the bank.
I know that. That's for sure.
Thank you. So, what's going on the agenda for tonight? I heard someone talking about my wife Hillary just before.
Oh,
before I
please.
Came on. Talking about that she's missing in action, MIA.
MIA, she was missing in action in Benghazi.
Oh,
Secretary of State with Obama.
Okay.
What do you got to say about that, kid? I hate to bring it up, but I got to, you know? We got to do the right thing over here.
You know
for
what
the
you
American
are
people.
like, Frankie? You're like a Band-Aid. When someone pulls it right off, you know, when you have a wound that's healing. I'm trying to heal, trying to get back into that White House, but you just want to be that Band-Aid that just rips right off my skin. You want to keep on bringing up some sore subjects.
Yeah, I have to, though, right? We got to say what's going on. We got to be real.
That's right. We got to keep it real.
Come on, Bubba. What else, Bubba? Because I got some callers coming in. What are we doing? You going to be at you got Nicole Malatakis next week?
That's right. I'm going to make an appearance at the...
You're going Republican, huh, kid?
You know, listen, I like to diversify. I like to, it's like my stock portfolio with all that money I made with all those speaking engagements that you like to bring that up. So what I have to do is...
Hey, listen, you want to do the right thing, Bubba. You should put some money into the Frankie Russo show, put into this crowdfunding.
Well, I will.
And we're going to buy some more airtime, and we're going to expand this show.
Well, you know what I'm going to do when I go to the Brooklyn Young Republican Club meeting, since they should be rich, you know, the Republicans. I'm going to tell them to donate to the Frankie Russo Show. So that would be at 9404 4th Avenue in Hunter's Steak and Ale House. They're going to have Assemblywoman Nicole Maliotakis. That's from 12:30 to 2:30. And of course, I have not forgotten you, Frankie. I'll be there at March 1st, same location, 9404 4th Avenue, Hunter Steak and Ale House, and that'll be 1 to 3 p.m., so I'll be saying hello to you and all the Tea Partiers.
You're the best, Bubba. We're going to move now. Thank you so much for the call, man. Always a pleasure, Bubba. 800-848-9222. We're going to go to Joey in Toms River, New Jersey.
Hello, Frankie.
How you doing?
I'm doing good tonight. You know, Frank, I'm very happy that you're going to have some more airtime.
We're working on that. It's not definitive yet, but we're going to work hard on that.
That's very good. But here's my point tonight. It just seems that the media itself does not want to speak about the real truths about Obama.
Great point. Great point.
In plain English, the man is a Muslim. That's the only reason why he doesn't want to go against the Muslims. And I can't understand how the media is so fearful of a man like this that they can't come out and say and call a spade a spade. It just doesn't happen in this country anymore. And
it's a great point, man. I mean, there was at one point in time, even with President Clinton, they were fair with. There were a lot more. If I can use if I'm using the right grammatical term, there were a lot more fairer.
Yes.
With Clinton.
Yes.
Right.
Yes,
I mean, Clinton lied on the oath over a sex act.
He went to school in Indonesia from the age of 12 till he went to college.
Right.
In Oxford, I think it's Occidental College in California, which was a Muslim-based school. I mean, the guy was brought up by Frank Marshall Davis, who was on the FBI list for a communist. He was a communist during the 50s. And if anything happened in this country at that particular time, the first person they would arrest at that time was Frank Marshall Davis. And he raised Obama as a child.
Great point. That's why there's the speculation who his real father is. I mean, who the hell knows? And all these speculations, I never heard of such a thing.
It's not a speculation, it's fact.
Yeah, you know something, my brother? I don't know if it's totally fact, but the fact that we really don't have all this information about the president drives me, like it drives you crazy, it drives me crazy too.
I mean, I don't understand that we got to talk about the president of the United States in these terms.
You're right. I agree with you, my brother. You're 100% right. I'm down with you on that. It's mind-boggling. Thank you so much for the call.
You're welcome.
800-848-9222. We're going to go to Ruben in Brooklyn. What's poppin', Ruben?
I'd like to say congratulations on the show.
Thank you, Ruben.
Wonderful job. And first and foremost, let's give a shout-out of Happy Valentine's Day to all the beautiful women out here all over the world.
I like that. I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
I like it, my brother. I like that.
And second of all, everybody deserves a nice quality education.
Absolutely. I got no problem with that, but who's going to pay for it?
Hey, listen, it got to come out of somebody's pocket.
Hey, Ruben, you know something? You're raising a great point, you know? The public school system in New York City, $25 billion budget, fail factory. That's the problem. We're giving diplomas to kids that can't read or write. We should be holding back and say, you know something? You're 19, you're 20 years old, 21 years old, you can't read or write?
And most people fail to realize that Governor Cuomo, Sr., graduated from City College.
Did he really? I know he went to St. John's Law School.
Exactly. And mind you, some people don't even know that the quality education comes from public schools. Not everybody is a failure. Some people are successful.
Oh, absolutely. You got the charter schools, which are very successful.
Right.
See, this is where the problem is. I have a problem with the public school system because the charter schools are enabling kids that can't afford a private school, getting them great education. And these kids are doing great. And then you got the mayor giving the charter schools a hard time in favor of the public schools. And the public schools are producing failure upon failure upon failure. You know, there are some schools where the kids could actually do an online class. I mean, this is crazy. Online classes?
Well, listen, the greatest thing is that immigrants came from all over the world.
Amen.
To come to America.
Come here legally, I got no problem.
Listen, however they got here, they got here. You know what I'm saying? I
you know something, my brother? We got a legal immigration problem. We got to first we got to first get the benefits to the American people. They got to be taken care of.
Exactly.
And then we as a people should be able to come together and say, what are we going to do about this illegal immigration problem? Not have these politicians 22 times tell us it's unconstitutional for an executive order of amnesty, and then on the 23rd time tell us it's constitutional.
Now, mind you, the greatest thing in my life is how I'm going to put my kids through college.
There you go, my brother.
Whether I could pay for it or to get a free grant from community college, I appreciate whatever that could happen in America.
My brother, thank you for the call. God bless you. Thank you for the call. That's what I'm talking about. The greatest country in the world, 800-848-9222. We're coming down to 22 minutes. I got Tom from the Bronx. Who's this? Which Tom is this?
Yeah, it is the Tom.
Is this the Palestine? If you're going to talk about the Palestinian Authority government, I can't help you.
Wait a minute. Now, you didn't give me a chance.
I'm telling you, people I've been getting social media tweets. I've been getting email tweets about the stuff that you say.
Well, what have I said so terrible?
The Palestinian Authority government equals Hamas.
A little humanity hurts.
So what are you saying?
I'd like to say this week, that Jamie Dimon.
Who's Jamie Dimon?
Huh?
Who's Jamie Dimon?
Well, the head of Chase. In other words,
is this an anti-Semitic thing? Because I ain't got time for it.
Of course not. That's ridiculous.
Well, let me tell you something, my brother.
Wait a minute.
The Palestinian Authority government is Hamas. Hamas is a foreign terrorist organization.
Yeah, wait a minute. Hold it. We're talking about apples and oranges.
So what are you talking about? Because I'm going to move to another call.
Anyway, Jamie Dimon and Chase Bank, why do we have to bail their rear ends out, the depositors?
Well, you're right. Who cares? What does Jamie Dimon have to do with that?
All of a sudden, they're the victims. We're not.
Thank you so much for the call. 800-848-9222. I'm agree with you 100%. The last bill that was passed, according to all people that I've read, all articles I've read, they got this bail-in thing going on now, where if the economy implodes, the Fed with the central banks, they can go in and take depositors' money to help them with their losses with these banks. It's crazy, unfortunately, but according to all experts, all articles that I've read, I haven't seen the actual budget bill, which was like 1,000 pages, but it's kind of crazy. 800-848-9222. I'm going to go to Frank the Club. Who's this? Frankie the Club?
No, this is Frankie B. from Westchester. How are you, Frankie?
What's up, my brother? How you doing? Calling me. What part of Westchester?
I couldn't help but call. I listen to Red Eye Radio all the time.
Good show, my brother.
I know.
Thank you for the call, man. You're calling Frankie Russo at 1:41 in the morning. Valentine's Day. Where are the ladies?
I wake up every morning for Red Eye Radio. I'm a stroke victim, so you got to bear with me.
Okay, my brother.
You know, we have to protect our police department.
Absolutely, Frankie.
This tragedy in the pink houses, that shouldn't have happened. There should have been a preventive maintenance program for that lighting in the hallway.
Oh, you're talking about the rookie cop that unfortunately whacked that kid? Yeah.
Yeah. And we can't have things like that.
You know something, Frankie? That's a great point. Nobody brought that case up.
I know.
Why? Why?
Point. Well, my father used to be a policeman, and he would never go into a situation like that. It would never work in a dark hallway.
So let me ask you, why didn't the press and why didn't the people bring that case up? Because that's where we could begin our conversation and how to make this a better place. Instead, they're going after the NYPD, who, without the NYPD, I don't know how we maintain order.
Why didn't we rebuild every school in America with that QE1, QE2?
There you go, my brother. You're raising some great points. I
know I got great points.
Great points, my brother. Absolutely.
I think of things that Obama could never think of.
God bless you. How long have you had a stroke?
2 years now.
Wow, God bless you.
Yeah. I'm a lucky man. I called Christmas in July. So anyway, Dad, may he rest in peace. He was a pilot on the police boats.
Wow. Frankie, man, thank you for the call. I mean, you're a brave soul. God bless you, man.
You are a voice in the darkness.
The light, though, we're light. We're gonna shine through the darkness, right?
Yeah, I'm so glad your program is on.
God bless you, man. Thank you so much for the call, man.
Yeah, God bless you.
Thank you. 800-848-9220. That's a brave soul right there, right?
Here's Frankie from the club.
Oh, Frankie from the club. What's poppin', Frankie?
Good to hear you, Frank. Listen, one of your callers was mystified. Where is Hillary? I'm going to lay it on you.
Let's hear this.
It's more than a rumor, which is one of the reasons she stepped down. She's getting a facelift. Her eyes are black and blue. She's in seclusion.
Are you serious?
No, I am, Frankie. This is what all the people behind the scenes are speculating, why she has not made a public appearance in so long. Now, let me get to one last point, because I know you're swamped.
Right.
Melissa Mark Viverito.
Right, yes.
City Council.
City Council Speaker.
She doesn't want turnstile jumpers arrested anymore.
Crazy.
Is this the old have to pay, Frank? We can't.
Absolutely, we can't afford this.
We can't jump the turnstile.
It's crazy.
Not only that, can you see a future lawsuit because it's an invitational? If you flunk the Melissa Mark Viverito invitational, you try to jump the turnstile, you smash your head, lawsuit. Another lawsuit against the city.
Great point, my brother. Point well taken.
Because she made it an invitation.
Great point.
So get your sneakers, get ready to jump over. We're going to all jump over or crawl under.
So, Frank, before we move,
yes.
From what club? What is this, Frank, from the club? Where is this?
Well, we hosted you as a speaker.
Oh,
you created an unforgettable night.
You're the best, my brother. How you doing?
Yeah. Good, and it's good to hear you. And I'll let you go to other callers, but I had to make those 2 points.
God bless you, man. Thank you for the call. 800-848-9222. We got 15 minutes left. Remember, we got the crowdfunding campaign. Frankie Russo Show's raising in 60 days $100,000. And we need your help. You know, hey, Frankie, I ain't got the dough. No problem. Share it. Hey, Frankie, I got somebody. Chick, flush. Bring them over, okay? 800-848-9222. And the post is on Facebook.com/Frankie Russo Show. Click on the post and see the campaign. We're going to go to Elena in Staten Island. What's up, girl? Happy Valentine's Day.
Hey, Frankie, it's Elena from Staten Island. How are you,
Happy Valentine's
sweetheart?
Day, honey.
Hey, happy Valentine's Day. And we're not going to get into any political heavy stuff because you're doing it all night. I want to say that the show is rocking. And I agree. It's a great idea to raise money to get you on for more hours. Wonderful. I want to shout out to all the Brooklyn Tea Party people. And whoever doesn't go, they need to go because the energy is outrageous. So, Frankie, you have a happy Valentine's Day. You're doing a great job. I love you. Take care and be safe.
I love you too, Elena. Thank you for the call. That's a very nice call coming from a very nice lady. 800-848-9222. We're going to go to Angel in Long Island. What's poppin', Angel?
Hey, Frank, in the 1950s, the City University was free. It was free to City University in 1950s.
Are you trying to be funny over here? I know who this is. This is Tommy from Staten Island or Bobby from wherever.
Frank, I just want to make a point. The City University in the 50s was free. You could go for free back then.
Come on, bro. You got to do better than this, kid.
Well, I'm telling you the truth.
Give me a good accent. I'll keep you on. Give me a good accent. If you're not going to give me a good accent, I'm taking you off, kid.
Okay. Hey, listen. In the 1950s, the University of New York City was for free. Then they built the community colleges in the 60s, and it was free when it first started out. Then they started bringing the prices up. That's what happened, man.
I like that. Godfather. So what should we do?
Well, what we should do is just eliminate all taxes, throw the illegals out of the country, and the countries they came from, give them bills for all the things that the taxpayers they hit in this country, and pay back the American taxpayer. That's what you should do.
I like that. Angel, thank you for the call. God bless you. 800-848-9222. We're going to go to Raul in New Jersey. Raul, are you there? You might be there.
Think you just hung on, Frankie.
Okay. So we're going to move a little forward. We'll get Raul in a little bit. We'll go to Tommy in the Bronx. What's poppin', Tommy?
Hey, Frankie Russo. How are you?
Good, my brother. How's everything?
Good. I entered City College up in North Harlem in one of the last years before it went free. You had to have a certain amount of grades and combined with your SAT scores. Then they came out with this harebrained scheme of open admissions. Anybody with a high school diploma made it into college. You know what that did to the school? It turned that school incidentally had 12 Nobel Prize winners. In fact, they had one recently in 2014. It was called the Poor Man's Harvard. All the children of immigrants, especially from East Europe, went to that school.
Where's the school again?
I'm sorry?
Where's the school?
CCNY, City College of New York.
That's what I'm talking about. I got no problem with that.
Right. Now, people were saying, well, you know, my tax dollars are going to support that school, but my kids aren't getting into that school. So they opened up the floodgates. Now they turned it over now. Now, because I won't donate, I won't send any money to them, and they realized the reason why I'm not. So in one of their recent letters, they said, well, open admissions has been ended. They were teaching high school level courses in college. Now, I was a teacher. I taught in a trade school. If a guy is an academic, teach him plumbing, teach him electrical, teach him cosmetology. Why does everyone have this madness about college? Kids are going to college like my son. He spent $100,000. They come home, they can't get a job for a year and a half.
It's crazy. Hey, Tommy, man, I agree with you. You know, education is important. It'll help. It's going to help. Guaranteed, the people that were involved in a lot of those Ferguson riots, the rioting in Ferguson, guaranteed a lot of those kids are not educated kids.
They're frustrated. When I taught high school, it took me 3 months to find out their dark secret. What was it? They were reading at a third grade level, and I didn't know it until I said to one kid, read out loud, page 15.
There you go.
And I knew it. I said, oh, my God, it made me quit my job.
That's a great point. You see, that's the problem. When you got kids like 18 years old, they see other kids they can read and write, they can have a car, they can have a girlfriend, and, you know, people start to hate because if they can't read and write, how could you expect them to be productive with society?
You know, when I went to school, they left you back if you didn't meet the
That's what I'm talking about. That's what we should be doing. Tommy, thank you for the call.
Okay,
great call. 800-848-9222. We're winding down 10 minutes. This is the special Valentine's Day show. Frankie Russo. We'll go to Abby in Brooklyn. You there, Abby? You there, Abby?
Hi, Frankie.
How you doing, Abby?
I said last week I'll call you for Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day.
You have such a nice, sweet voice.
We all love you, Frankie. We're wishing you good luck with all your
you're going to help me with my crowdfunding? You're going to get some of your boyfriends to throw in some dough over here? Or maybe you got some dough, too?
I'll get a few. I have my
we want to expand the show, you know? This show's about people,
Absolutely.
everyday people, truck drivers, bus drivers, people that sweep the floors, people that wipe the windows, people that turn our parents in the healthcare facilities.
Without a doubt, yes.
Everybody.
Everybody. So we wish you luck, Frankie, and see you at the Hunter Inn.
Oh, you're the best. Thank you for the call, Abby.
And you have a wonderful Valentine's Day. We love you.
God bless you. 800-848-9222. We're winding down on the 10. I'm going to go to Daniel in New Jersey. You got to tell me what part of New Jersey, Daniel.
Ramsey, New Jersey.
Ramsey. I went to Seton Hall University, just so you know.
All right, cool.
You know, Craig Biggio, I went to school with him. Craig Biggio is a Hall of Famer.
Okay.
Seton Hall University. We got a good hoops team, too, this year. Go ahead. I'm sorry, bro.
It's all right. I wanted to bring up a point outside this education thing. But, you know, when the thing happened in Benghazi, they blamed the movie. And,
right.
And an American went to jail for it because, you know, Muhammad was, you know, made fun of, and Muslims were all upset about it. You know, they blamed it on that one guy. Then North Korea threatens the United States and puts Sony into this big spiel of a bullshit, and Obama says, you know...
What's that, brother?
He's gone, man. I can't let him say that.
800-84. Sorry, man. My brother... We gotta keep the language clean, because I want to stay on the air. Unfortunately, you know, it was a good conversation. 800-848-9222, 77 WABC, when New York comes to talk.
Give me a few more seconds, right?
Okay. You know, I got this crowdfunding thing. Okay, you got to go to Facebook.com/Frankie Russo Show.
Thank you.
You got to check it out. Okay? If you can't put it in, share it. Okay? All right. So we're going to go to Peter in Great Neck. What's poppin', Peter?
Frankie, I want to wish all the ladies a happy Valentine's Day. And
I like that. Night. Absolutely.
I want to talk fast because I know you want to get other people on. Listen, QE1, QE2, QE3, that's all the money to prop up the stock market to make us feel like we're, wealthy again and to spend money. That's how they get the economy going, to make us feel psychologically, oh, wow, look at our 401ks, We're living on fake everything now. It's not solid anymore like it used to be in the 1940s, 50s over here in this country.
Great point, Peter. Unfortunately, in the 40s and 50s, there was a big problem with race, right? We had big problems with race relations in the 40s and the 50s. We did. The truth be told. Now, things are better, but now we get all these fugazis with these false numbers, and everything's being propped up. We don't know who's who, what's what. Right. The president closes the White House down. He has radical Islamists. It's a problem, 100%.
Frankie, look at Switzerland.
Right.
Switzerland, the currency, they pulled out of the euro.
They did.
Yeah, look at that. That's why they don't want to. That's QE. When they heard QE's coming, they're going to do good in the long run with their dollar. Anyway, I'll let you go.
Thank you, Peter. Great point. You're 100% right. The economy is definitely in a tenuous position, and we're winding down. We got 6 minutes left. I want to get as many as I can on the air. We're going to go to Jimmy in Virginia. What's poppin', Jimmy?
Well, Frankie, can you hear me?
Absolutely.
Well, you didn't come in too good on my cell. I enjoy your show.
Thank you so much, my brother. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good now. I'm work at a truck plant, and I'm heading home from work.
God bless you, man. Love it.
Oh, me too. But I hope your show gets expanded. But I want to run something by you real quick.
Go ahead, my brother.
Hang up and listen to your answer on the radio. I've kind of heard this idea bannered about this ISIS thing.
Right.
I know the weenie in the White House ain't going to do nothing about it.
Absolutely not.
So why not hire a mercenary type army, pay them so much,
right?
No rules of engagement,
right?
Marines, SEALs, British Special Forces, whoever they are,
right?
Pay them $1 million or whatever fund. I'm just giving this as a generalization.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And then when the job's done and that crowd is wiped out, then they get their $1 million. If something happens to them during the fight, then the money goes to their family as a will. I'll hang up and let you see.
Absolutely. Hey, Jim, you're probably right. I'm hoping that that's the case, that there is this, because I believe there's this rogue government, CIA, FBI, or whatever, agency government, and I'm hoping that's the case, that the military-industrial complex in this country has got this under wraps. I'm hoping. We can hope. We're the greatest country in the world. We got a president, unfortunately, I don't know who he is, and a lot of his policies makes you want to question if he's an American or not, let alone his religion, because quite frankly, it's one big lie after another, and that's where the problems lie, and that's why a lot of people are raising these questions. 800-848-9222. We got Johnny in New Jersey. What's poppin', Johnny? What part of Jersey? You there, Johnny? You might be there.
North Bergen.
North Bergen. How you doing, Johnny?
How you doing?
Beautiful, my brother. Thank you for the call. We're almost winding down, so we got to move quick. What are you thinking?
I wanted to comment on ISIS. There's a new report that came out over the internet that the UN came out with a report talking about that ISIS has been in contact with Israel, and I find it quite strange that that's going on, and we have to start asking questions about what they're feeding us in the media. Because
but do you actually think they're talking to Israel? Let's be honest. I'm pro-Israel. I want to get that straight up. I love my country. Israel is an ally of America. Thank you so much for the call. I don't believe ISIS. I mean, I don't know. I find that hard to believe. Okay, I'm gonna move to Bob in Somerset, Ohio. Bob, you there? You might be there.
Frankie Russo.
What's up, my brother? Thank you for the call all the way from Ohio.
Yeah, hey, I just want to tell you, man, I'm going to be quick about it, that I love your show.
Thank you, my brother.
I really wish you could get some more time.
We're going to work on that. We got 60 days. We're going to make it happen.
I listen to you on my way home. I have a 60-mile drive, and I listen to you as much as I possibly can, even when it's cutting in and out, and I love your show, man. You tell it like it is, brother, okay?
Thank you, my brother. We try.
You take care, buddy.
You too. Thank you for the call. 800-848-9222. I'm going to go to Charlie in the Bronx. What's poppin', Charlie?
Yeah. No sweet treats for detractors, Frankie.
Is this the Palestinian Authority government again?
I say no sweet treats for detractors.
Who is this?
It's Tom again.
Oh, Tommy, man. You're killing me over here.
Okay.
Come on, bro.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with what I ever said.
I'm going to move on, Tommy. Thank you for the call. 800-848-9222. I'm going to go to John in Jamaica, Queens. Johnny, you there?
Frankie?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right. Some clown called up a little while ago. He was talking about Chase and the banks.
Right.
You should understand them. In other words, all I know is I know about Chase because it was part of Morgan.
Right.
And Diamond is the head of the outfit.
Right.
Do you think they would give you money? In other words, if they knew you wouldn't pay it? Normally, no. But if the government was demanding that they give everybody and his brother money, that's why the banks had to give them money. Simple as that. That's all. So that caused.
So, but let me ask you a question. Didn't they pass, according to all things that I've read, didn't they pass a bill in the budget, the last budget that they passed, that the banks could bail in?
Has nothing to do with the banks. It has to do with the government. In other words,
yeah, but the banks could go. I understand that the government passed the law, but the banks could go in if everything implodes and the banks start losing money. The banks could go in and take the deposit out of money from the bank. No,
you can always. You got this outfit. They made the banks give the money to the people who couldn't afford to pay the loans back. And now the only thing I wanted to ask you is, as far as about the contribution, the only thing I got is email.
Right.
Do you have an email?
Absolutely. frusso14@aol.com. Frusso, FRUSSO 14@aol.com.
Oh, AOL, huh?
Yeah. Hey, listen, it is what it is. Brother, thank you for the call. I got 10 seconds left. This is the Frankie Russo Show. You can't keep up with this. You can't. No way. I'll see you in the future.
Broadcasting from the NJDiet.com studios. WPLJ HD3, New York. The legendary 77.